Hello! So I thought I'd make a Christmas wreath. I actually bought the ring to make the wreath years ago for an old video and I never got around to it. So I'm going to get some fir cones. So here is one fir cone that I found. I hope you can hear me alright, it's not too windy. I don't have my normal microphone or any wind protection, so if it is windy, sorry about that. So here are some pine trees above me. So I'm going to go around collecting pine cones. Most of them seem to have been trodden and damaged or chewed up by something like this one, which isn't very good. So I've got one nice one, so I'm just going to hunt around, see if I can find some decent ones. See, these are chewed up. The problem is with these pine trees is that they're quite tall. So where I used to live, I could just pluck a fir cone from the branch. I'd like just walk up to it and go, fir cone, easy, nice and fresh, not chewed up or anything. And these ones are a bit tall, so I'm kind of having to scrounge around on the ground a bit. What's this one like? Okay, that one hasn't been chewed up. This branch here has got many. It's just slightly out of reach. It's like if I jump up, I'm like inches away from it. I just can't quite. It's so frustrating. There's some good ones there. It's teasing me. So I'm back home and I'm going to make this backdrop here a little bit Christmassy. Hopefully I'll do a better job than what I did for the Halloween backdrop. And this is what I got for my efforts. Tiny little fir cones, which you can't see because the lighting is awful. Bear with me. Right, so hopefully that's a bit better now. So I've got these tiny little pathetic little fir cones. These are literally, out of my adventures out there today, all I got. Which obviously, by the time I decorate the background, like they're just... There you go, that just sings Christmas. Luckily, I have some others that my mother collected from where I used to live. And she used to decorate the fir cones and used to prepare them all, wash them, and then make them shiny. Apparently if you put it in the oven to make them shiny, then she'd decorate all the tips of like glitter and stuff. And anyway, where I used to live, fir cones are this big. And I have many of them. That's a weird looking one, isn't it? This one has a screw in it. I guess that was going to be used for something. But yeah, I've got several of these. So this is, when I talk about fir cones, this is what I'm thinking of, because this is what they were like where I used to live. So it's a good job my mum collected these really when we lived there, because when I moved away, I just kind of thought, oh, that's what fir cones are like. That's how big they are. These are just plain. These ones haven't been decorated. All the ones which have been decorated and made to look really Christmassy, they're in my parents' Christmas box. But look at the difference. What I'm used to, what it is here. This is when I lived in Surrey. This is now I live in Somerset. I'm sure maybe you can get some of these around here somewhere, but I mean, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to get some more decorations now and try and make this whole backdrop look a little bit better, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so continuing my theme on decorating on a budget, I'm going to go and see if I can find some holly. Now, I don't really know where there is any holly around here. Obviously, where I used to live, it was easy, so I'm just putting my shoes on. Apart from the fact that I had 2 huge holly trees in my back garden, and then there was some woods nearby filled with holly trees, made it relatively a simple task. But, oh, helps if I do my bag up. But I don't actually know where there's any holly around here. Though I asked on local Facebook page, and I got a few suggestions. I got some tinsel as well. £1 for 6 pieces of tinsel, so that's not bad. I do have some old tinsel. I mean, to be honest, £1 for 6 pieces of tinsel, you're thinking, oh, that's really good. It's obviously all old second-hand tinsel. Trying to do my bag up with one hand is not easy. I have to put the camera down. So there may be some a short walk away. So I'm going to go there and hopefully find some tinsel. Ooh, do you know, I'm going to need something to cut it with. Alright, got some secateurs. These are really old. The spring's gone, so you have to open and close them manually, which is a pain. Oh, if you've been looking at my second channel, which I know you haven't, because no one does, I've got a camera on my feeder. Although there's bits all in the camera, I need to clean that out. Yeah, I need to clean that. I'll do that when I get home. Alright, let's see if I can find this holly. Right, just found some holly. It's only a short distance from where I live, so that's good. I was a bit worried I'd have to go on a mission to find some, but yeah, there's some here. I am on a road, as you can see here, so there are cars, so I can't like go mad. But as you can also see, not the busiest road in the world. Alright, so I'm going to go snipping. Yeah, there's a decent amount here. It's more than what I need. There's a few berries. Where are they? There's some here. And I just saw a nice clump of berries. Where did I see those? I can't see them now. I've lost them. That's annoying. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go snipping and bring them back home. Right, so I've got some holly. I've put it in my bag. As you can see, there's quite a bit in there. I haven't put too much in because I don't want to crush it. Plus, home is that way and I'm going that way into town to get some food. So I don't want to be carrying around a big load of it with it all getting damaged. But I should have really cut it on the way back up the hill. Going home, that would have made more sense. Anyway, right, I'll see you in a bit when I'm back at home. So I'm at home now and I have got all my bits. So this is my outside garden table, which I bought indoors so I can actually do some decorating on it. Excuse me if my eyes keep wandering off, because I've actually got my camera plugged into my TV, which is over there relative to the camera. And I'm not used to having my camera plugged into the TV while I record, so I plugged it in so I could frame myself. And then I pressed record, expecting it to go blank on my telly, because it always goes blank on my telly when I record. And for some reason it's working today. I don't understand why it's working now, and for years it hasn't. But anyway, I'm not complaining, just confused. This is a ring. I've had this for years. I bought this to do some Christmas decorating videos back in, I don't know, it could be 2016, maybe, possibly 2017, but I don't know, I've had it a while. So it's a little bit battered. And I'm now going to decorate it with some bits that I've got. I can't remember how much I paid for this. It wasn't a lot. And also I've got some wire. So I've got some wire here. This is beading wire. This is just cheap wire. I don't actually know how much this costs. This isn't mine. I'm borrowing this, to be honest. So I think that's a little bit too thin for what I need. But this stuff here, this should work, I think. Oh, am I going to need some pliers? Does this snap easily enough? I'm going to need something to cut that. Bear with me. Right, found some wire cutters. Now, if you're wondering why my camera angle's a little bit different, because I normally have the camera set up over here, pointing this way. And the reason it's different is because it wouldn't fit, because I don't live in a very big place. And having this table meant there's literally no space to put my camera where I normally put it. So, yeah, that's why it's all different. Now, where are my branches? Now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough here. I kind of guesstimated how much I'd need, and I think I might need a bit more. I've got holly down here on my shoe rack. Ow. Trying not to prick myself. I can easily get some more if I need more. I mean, it's getting a little bit dark now. This I can get easily because that's just in the garden. But them, they're a little bit of a short walk away. But I can get more. I've got this wire, because what I want to do with the wire is attach these to this somehow. This is not a tutorial. I just want to make that absolutely clear. This is not a how-to. I know I make a lot of how-to videos and stuff. This is not a how-to video. This is not a tutorial. This is just me not having a clue what I'm doing while trying to decorate this ring to make a wreath. It's quite thick, actually. Am I supposed to cut this down? I don't know, because you see other wreaths and they don't appear this thick. I don't know if cutting it down would ruin it. Or should I just carry on? Should I just carry on? I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. But yeah, that, as I often say, you know, you don't watch my videos to be educated, even on the educational ones. It's just basically me not having a clue what I'm doing. Yeah, and making it up as I go along, really, for your entertainment, because I've got nothing else to do. Actually, I've got loads of things to do, but nothing else I want to do. There's things I need to do. Why would I do something I need to do when I can do something I want to do? Blimey. This is going to look awful, but never mind. I am going to do my best to actually try and make it look half respectable. I'm just sort of wrapping this wire around, trying to hold it in place. So I don't really know what I'm doing. If you want a proper video tutorial showing you how to make a wreath, I suggest you find a proper tutorial video showing you how to make a wreath. This is not that video. I'm actually going to switch up to the thinner wire, because although that thicker wire is alright, it's actually gouging into the foam a little bit there. And this thinner wire is it's a lot more flexible. So I don't think it's going to gouge into the foam as much. So it's not going to be as much of an issue, because the thick wire is causing a bit of an issue. So what I'm going to do now is time-lapse this video. Well, I'm going to speed it up so you can see me working all the way through it until I get to the finished products. Hello and welcome back from that time lapse. I hope you enjoyed it. Now if you look at it from a different angle, yes, it's going to suck, but this is only designed to be seen from the camera, which is only going to see it straight on. So that's kind of what it looks like. So I don't think that's too bad. Obviously, normally I have another light. Actually, it's up there. I'll go and switch on the other light. Right, I don't think that light really helped, because that light is designed for my camera in its normal place. But so yeah, that's what it looks like, straight on. So I think straight on, I think it looks alright. I've got to figure out a way of touching it up on my window. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. I could stick it directly to the glass, but then that would be a pain trying to get it off again. I could hang it. I don't really know how I'm going to hang it. There are actually holes at the top of the window frame. You can't see it, but there used to be blinds along here, and the holes are where the hooks used to be. So I could use the existing holes in the top of the window frame put some kind of screw up there and then hang it up with string or a wire or something. I could do that. That might work. Alright, I'm going to cut for a second while I figure that out. I just realised the microphone wasn't on for any of that. So basically I've hung this up here, and basically the way I've done it is with a bit of string. It's really annoying because I was just talking to the camera for quite a long time and it just occurred to me the microphone wasn't on. Anyway, so the basically how I've done it, I'm going to obviously trim this string off in a minute, but it's up here, attached up there, and the idea is that straight on from the camera you can see it, and then it looks okay in front of the camera, and then if you can see the string, like if I have the camera set too high, I can just cut that out by cropping it, but I think I have it about there. That bit there, you can see there that there's a little bit of card up there. That is because the string tore through the foam because I sat on it and I pulled it. I sat on the string, tugged it, which is slightly annoying, so the card's there to stop it going any further. So I'm going to trim off the string. Right, so that is there. Now if I'm sitting how I normally sit, then that should look alright. Like that, just, you know, above me there, behind there. So I'm just working on the tinsel. I'm going to put some tinsel down here and here, and maybe arrange these fir cones a little bit more. Then that will be my Christmas backdrop done. That's pretty much the only place I'm decorating for Christmas, is literally the backdrop to our film. The rest of the place I couldn't care less about. So yeah, I mean I've still got I've got one holly branch left. You know, I could decorate these, but that's really what the large fir cones are for. So I'm going to cut the camera, and then when I come back, hopefully this place will be tinseled up. So I put some tinsel up here, as you can see, which looks rubbish. That's fine. Christmas is tacky. I mean, Christmas itself isn't tacky. I mean, if you're like religious, it's like probably, you know, quite a big deal. But if you're just talking about Christmas decorations, they are tacky. They are very tacky. So I am embracing the tackiness here. You know, it's going to be a tacky affair. So this is going to go along this bit here, because I figure why not. But you can't look at Christmas decorations and be like, oh no, they're not tacky. Of course they're tacky. They're meant to be tacky. If they weren't meant to be tacky, why do they make them like that? Alright, so I've kind of just twirled these around each other. Nothing fancy. I mean, I could go for a third one and go for a full plait, but I'm not going to do that because I think the colours are too similar anyway, so that wouldn't really work. You need a contrast one. I mean, I could mix the gold in maybe, and then put another one of these reds up there, but nah. It's up now, it's staying up. So this is gonna go along this white windowsill here, like so, which you can't really see. So, and then I'm gonna rearrange the fir cones and the candles. But obviously, if I have real lit candles there, I can't have them too close to the fir cones because I don't want them to catch your fire. I've still got all these like rubbish ones I got from Halloween, which I ended up not using. If you actually watch my Halloween film reviews, you'll see I actually only used those for a few videos and then got rid of them and replaced them with real candles. And if you're worried about sellotape peeling off the paintwork, don't worry, because the whole thing needs to be repainted anyway. I know I haven't made a redecorating video in a while. It's because funds have been really tight, and I've had other things to do. I mean, it's perfectly livable. I mean, yeah, it could do with a bit of paint decoration here and there, but you know, it is livable. So I figured, you know, I'm not going to spend money I don't have when I don't need to. Alright, I don't think that looks too bad. I actually did end up just taping it like I did, but because I was twiddling it around each other, I was unable to tape it, but then hide the tape with the twist from the other piece of tinsel, so it doesn't look too bad. Now the candles, and obviously I don't want the candles to be setting everything on fire, that would be bad. So in these holders, I have a bit of an obsession with tea candles. I've got hundreds of them. Every time I go out shopping and I see somewhere that's selling tea candles, all I want to do is buy more of them. I mean, I really have a problem. I haven't recently bought any because I've been able to control myself, but I've just got a ridiculous amount of them, unnecessarily. So obviously that would be bad. How are we looking this side? This side's alright. I could probably put another candle in there. Just put a fake one in, just see what that looks like. So that's not too close to the tinsel. Because the flames, I don't know how it appears on the camera. So on the camera it looks like they're quite close. But in reality, there is quite a big gap between the tinsel here and the candle. You know, I'm going to get rid of them. I've decided candles are going, because I'd have to fiddle around with it so much to make it safe, or use the fake ones, which don't really work on camera. But there you go. I just throw a bunch of these up, and I've got no fire safety concerns. So if I would normally sit about here, so I don't need any directly behind where I'm going to be, because then, you know, there's no point decorating where you're not going to see. How's that? That looks all right. I could even still throw some of these fake candles in the mix. There you go, complete. This is my tacky Christmas backdrop. And obviously when I record videos in the daytime, you'll see the trees behind me. They've all lost their leaves now, so they're all in their winter mode. But at night time, this is pretty much as good as it gets. So yeah. Hey, if you like this video, good for you. And right, I'll see you again soon. Bye.